Popy Chowdhury. Popy Chowdhury was born and brought up in Bangladesh, and she moved to the United States in 2015. Currently, she is a student of LaGuardia Community College, pursuing her major in new media technology, and expecting to graduate in spring 2020. Chowdhury likes to work for women. She is the founder of a non-profit organization South Asian Creative Women, and editor of the magazine Nari Women. She is the proprietor of the book publications Pritom Prokash Bangladesh and Creative Design and Book Publication USA. Popy Chowdhury loves literature, traveling and music. She has written 25 books. Fear. It is midnight. Most of the people in the village are asleep, but there is no sleep in the eyes of Fazal Matabar, leader, and his family. A secret meeting is in progress. Fazal's wife Zulika is accused for being unable to protect the virginity of their young daughter. Zulika's heart is beating boom. Boom like a drum. Nobody knows as well as her how cruel and gruesome her husband Fazal could be at times. In all-consuming fright, she looks up at her husband. "It is your fault. Our daughter is growing up, it is your responsibility to keep her safe. You have not performed your duty. I think along with Lily, you two are equally guilty. You two should be punished. But if you follow all my instructions, then I can forgive you for this time." In the quest to protect the dignity of the family, Fazal declares his decision strongly. Hearing the verdict, Zulika is simply shocked. Trembling, Zulika asks in a terrified voice, "What are you saying?" "I have given it much thought. There is no other option." And just for that, Zulika cannot finish her sentence. "I am the head of the village. Everybody obeys and respects me. If this thing comes to light, will anybody ever obey me? Will they ever respect me?" Fazal puts up the questions to his wife. Zulika remains silent. Fazal looks up at his 3 sons and asks them, "What are your opinions?" All 3 of them agree, "You are right, father, this is a matter of our pride and dignity. Moreover, if this incident comes to light, there will be a negative reaction in our other sister's life, who are living happily with their husbands. When their husbands are informed about the scandal, they will insult our sisters." Zulika says, "Lily is also your sister. She is only 12 years and 7 months. She is a child. Her senses of right and wrong have not yet developed. I don't know how this unfortunate event ever took place. She just cries and cries when I ask her about this. Please forgive her this time. We are now hiding the incident inside the walls of our house, but after a few days when we will no longer be able to keep it a secret, then how will we show our faces to the people?" Fazal wants to know, gritting his teeth in rage. Hearing him, Zulika starts crying. "Shut up. Shut up, the stupid woman," Fazal orders her. Zulika continues to weep because she knows how cruel her husband is. "It is already very late. Now stop crying and listen carefully to what I say. It is your fault, you have not been able to protect your daughter. Now you yourself have to solve this problem." Zulika howls and falls at the feet of her husband. She moans, "I beg of you, please don't make me do this. If you don't want the same consequence for yourself, then go and do what I said." Announcing his final verdict, Fazal walked out of the room. Zulika enters Lily's room like a corpse. Lily is sleeping on her bed, and next to her a candle is ablaze on a table. Zulika lifts the candle up to her daughter's cherub-like face. What an affectionate face! Who is the brute that has disgraced her in this way? The next moment she shuddered, recalling her husband's verdict. Quickly she puts the candle down on the floor, and kneels in a posture of offering prayers. She lifts both her bruised hands and cries continuously, "My God, please spare my child's life, I beg you, I beg of you." The next morning Fazal told his wife about her duty of the day. Zulika again falls at the feet of her husband and begs for mercy. Even a stone offers empathy for her cries, but her husband's heart does not. In the afternoon, Zulika bathes Lily, then combs her hair with much care. She hugs her and holds her close. The last few days she had scolded and mistreated her so much that recalling it makes her heart ache in remorse. Lily asks, confused, "What is the matter? Why are you taking so much care of me today?" Hearing this, Zulika breaks down in tears. The sight of the merciless faces of her husband and sons rose before her. "Why are you crying, mother?" "It's a bad dream. My child." This is the somber night that Zulika had been dreading. Lily has her dinner and goes to bed. Zulika could not follow her husband's order. She is very frightened, and so she sits trembling in a corner in the kitchen. Suddenly, her husband and 3 sons appear like messengers of death. In stern, harsh voices, they whisper their orders. Even though Zulika is their mother, but she falls at the feet of her eldest son and begs for her daughter's life. Her eldest son shoves something in his mother's hands, and pulling her off his leg rushes out of the room. After a while, as if in a trance, Zulika walks up to Lily's room with a glass of milk in her hand. Her husband stands watch behind her and their 3 sons behind him. With trembling hands, Zulika pulls up the corner of Lily's mosquito net and calls in a broken voice, "Lily. My darling Lily." Shaken, Lily jumps up in bed. "Yes, Mom?" "Come, drink up this milk." Lily reaches out and takes the glass from her mother. Zulika screams silently, "No, don't drink, my child, don't drink it." But not a sound comes out in fear of her husband and sons. Lily polishes off the milk. Zulika stands paralyzed. "What did you give me, Ma? My throat and chest are all burning." Saying this, Lily falls back in her bed, foaming from her mouth. The death of her dear child before her eyes instantly wipes away all Zulika's fright and dread. Looking straight at her husband, she screams at the top of her voice, "You damned criminal of war, today I will expose all your misdeeds. I am witness to the innumerable women you have ruined during the war. Today you act as the head of the village. To keep your position, you took away the life of that innocent girl. I am no longer afraid of you. No, not anymore." Signs of terror appear on Fazal's face. In a frightened voice, he shouts at his sons, "Go get her, get her. Your mother has lost her mind. Hurry up and catch her and tie her down with a rope." On receiving instructions, the 2 older sons start to proceed towards their mother. Zulika runs out from the room into the cold, lifeless night. Then Zulika pulls down a sharp knife which was stuck on the bamboo fence and tells, "Yes, come. If I cannot bring down your head with one swipe of this blade, then I'm not the daughter of Karim Khan." The sons stand startled. Seeing their mother's wrath, they dare not venture ahead. Zulika grasping the knife and screams, "Come and see, all of you, this criminal of war Fazal Mataber and his sons have killed my Lily. They have killed my Lily." Soon enough all the men, women and children swarmed around them like moths to a flame. All were very surprised to see Fazal's wife, who always stays indoors, come out in the open like this. Upon listening to her, a wave of whispering starts to spread. So Fazal Mataber was a criminal of war. During the war, it was he who took away the Ghosh's wife and raped her. Is that why that woman finally hung herself? Was it only the Ghosh's wife? There were so many girls that he had picked up. I suspected this for a long time. Now even his own daughter. Translated from the original in Bengali by Pernaze Renag.